Who was Socrates, the philosopher who died for truth? Have you ever felt that the more you learn, the more you realize that you don't truly know anything at all? Over 2,000 years ago, in the city of Athens, there lived a man who made intelligent people uncomfortable and powerful leaders feel threatened. His name was Socrates. He wrote no books, founded no school, and left behind no written works of his own, yet his ideas are still alive today. So who was Socrates? And why was he willing to die for the way he thought? Socrates was born around 469 BC in Athens, ancient Greece. He was not a nobleman and did not live a luxurious life. His father was a stone sculptor, and his mother was a midwife. From his mother, Socrates drew a powerful metaphor for his life's mission. Just as a midwife helps bring a child into the world, Socrates believed his task was to help people give birth to their own ideas. He lived simply, dressed modestly, and was often seen walking through markets, streets, and public squares. He was not there to trade goods or deliver speeches, but to ask questions. Socrates did not teach through long lectures. He taught through dialogue and questioning. He would approach people and ask them about things they believed they understood deeply, such as what justice is, what goodness means, what courage truly is, and what it means to be happy. When someone answered, Socrates would not immediately argue. Instead, he would ask another question, and then another, until the person began to realize that their answer was not as solid as they thought. His goal was not to humiliate, but to awaken awareness, to show that believing we already know can be more dangerous than admitting we do not. From this attitude came his famous statement, "I know that I know nothing." For Socrates, recognizing one's ignorance was the first step toward wisdom. Socrates believed that the purpose of human life was not wealth, status, or fame. Those things are temporary and fragile. What truly mattered, in his view, was the care of the soul. A person might appear successful in the eyes of society, yet fail as a human being if their soul is corrupted. This is why he claimed it was better to suffer injustice than to commit it, because committing injustice damages the soul. To Socrates, a wounded soul was far more dangerous than an injured body. He also expressed this idea in one of his most famous lines, "The unexamined life is not worth living." By this, he meant that a life without reflection, questioning, and self-awareness is a life lived on autopilot, without true direction or meaning. However, this way of thinking was not welcomed by everyone. Socrates openly challenged politicians, exposed false wisdom, and revealed that many powerful people did not truly understand the ideas they spoke about with confidence. Young people admired him because he encouraged them to think freely, but the authorities felt threatened. Eventually, Socrates was accused of corrupting the youth and failing to respect the gods of Athens. In truth, what frightened the city was not Socrates himself, but the critical mindset he inspired. Socrates was brought to trial before the Athenian court. He was given the opportunity to beg for mercy and save his life, but he refused to humiliate himself for survival. He even argued that his actions had benefited Athens rather than harmed it. In the end, he was sentenced to death by drinking poison made from hemlock. His students wept and urged him to escape while he still could, but Socrates refused. To him, breaking the law to preserve his life would mean betraying the principles he had lived by. He chose to die with integrity rather than live through contradiction. Calmly and without fear, Socrates drank the poison and accepted his death. Socrates died, but his ideas did not. His student Plato recorded his teachings, and Plato later taught Aristotle. Through them, Socrates laid the foundations of Western philosophy, ethics, logic, and scientific thought. His greatest legacy was not a set of answers, but the courage to question. He taught that truth does not come from blind belief, but from honest self-examination. In an age overflowing with opinions, we may not lack answers. What we increasingly lack are sincere questions. If you enjoyed this philosophy content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment below with the question you think about most in life. See you in the next philosophy video.